Oh my gosh, that had to be one of the worst. I am like so done with book two of Power. I don't know what to do, man. This show, gosh. I
I
think
told you, it was way overnight. They really hyped up this episode 10.
I mean the thing was is that it was so bland. It's so like Mecca did nothing. It's like he was just there. It's like what was he? All he did was talk.
It's like the first 8 episodes, he was killing people left and right. The last 2 episodes, he turned into a big cute teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like all he did was talk, and then it's like this plan. It was so bland. Oh, we just following the bags and all of this, and we just gonna switch the bags up, and it just didn't make any sense. It's nothing really connecting to anything, really. It's just so empty. I mean,
Well, we
for them
well, we
to,
found out we found out when he did make the call and said, "I think my cover's been blown." He was talking to that Puerto Rican agent, that Mexican lady.
oh yeah, that's the guy they gonna tie her in, and back to the show.
I'm like, man, so now she's gonna be back on the St. Patrick's now with Tyreek instead of Ghost.
Right.
I mean, is Tyreek ever gonna get a break? Does he have to run for the rest of his life?
Well, they can't have a show without him.
Now, Sax is the one to be upsetting me and him and that white lady. And she's not even pretty.
Is that the point of the, is that the point of the show?
Yeah.
She's not even pretty.
Yeah. I don't even know why he messing with her.
Oh my gosh, man. Is that what you getting out of that?
Yeah.
She's not even pretty.
I tell you what,
Oh my goodness.
Method Man's gonna be in jail in next season.
No, he won't.
Yeah, you didn't see that video? Somebody leaked some still photos and also like small video clips of season 3.
Sean, most of that stuff is fake.
You sure?
I'm almost 99.9% sure that stuff is fake. That stuff be from other shows, other programs.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
if you probably look at it, you probably look and say, "Wait a minute, this looked like years ago. This don't even look recent."
Yeah.
That's how they get people to click on it and get their views.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think he's going to jail anytime soon. Even though,
I don't know. He leave it up to Sax. Sax trying to take them all out.
well, Sachs is he want to go back to the right side of the tracks, but Sachs has done so much dirt that he ain't got no choice.
Right. Man, and they still won't tell us what Redman's in jail for.
No, but whatever he did, he covered for Method Man. So
Yeah.
he covered for him. So that was it. You know, like he covered for him, and that's why he in jail for whatever the crime may be. But this is what I mean by power. Let me go over all of the broad strokes. The ring, they made it like the ring was gonna be something of importance when Mecca had the ring, right? Remember that? They made it look and it seemed like this was gonna have some importance. It's wiped over. Braden says he was the one that was in charge and running the drugs out of Stansfield. Okay.
And they didn't even arrest him afterwards.
Exactly. He's not even arrested. Not only is he not arrested, he's not even the one they looking at in the murder. Because the badge was still found in the room that he shares with Tariq. And he's the guy who's been running the drugs in there. So wouldn't he be the suspect for the person that killed Officer Ramirez or whatever? Wouldn't he be their suspect? Why wouldn't they bring him in? He's connected to Kane.
Yep. And then the stupid Zeke. Hey, I'm just making sure. It wasn't a suicide. Are y'all sure it was a suicide? It was. Okay. bond.
Right, exactly.
I was like, what?
His
I was like,
character
what?
has no more arc. Didn't I tell you he was gonna die? I
Yeah.
told you he was gonna die because they have no arc. Lauren, she had no more arc with Tariq. She was just useless. She would just come in and get jealous when another girl pop up and run off. That was her whole thing. This show is atrociously bad. I'm like, this show is just bad. They don't even know how. They keep trying to get rid of characters because they like, man, we messed up. And they keep trying to fix it by getting rid of them. Like, okay, well, let's get this character out the way. Let's get this character out the way. We got to make room for Tate. Tate got to be this guy now. It's like, okay, Tate is good when he's on the screen. We need more of Tate if we're going to do that. But let's get characters in here that mean something. And let's get a storyline that makes sense. Zeke's storyline, only thing, he wasn't going to the NBA no more. Like Becca was saying, like, dude, you not going to the league no more. You might as well get on that plane. Ain't nothing, well, nothing left for him to do but to get on the plane. That was it. And he was going to get on the plane and got himself shot.
Yep.
So now, but Tariq messed all that up by putting that on in the bag on purpose. I guess that was his insurance policy. But him putting that paperwork in there, knowing Diana was gonna look in it, cause he know her. That's why he's like, make sure you tell her not to look in the bag. Don't look in this bag, Diana.
She said, Poppy, I'm no snitch. Hey, that's not snitching. That's being 3 steps ahead. I'm like, what?
Yep. And sure enough, she got Zeke killed. Cause she told the dad went running out the house. All he had to do, they did their part. All they had to do was go to the house. Now Tariq is in another jam because now this federal agent is gone. He don't have the $2 million that he was trying to get out of the game. And all of a sudden, Tariq was able to pull some strings to get his daughter with Tasha, which I don't know why the daughter wouldn't go with Tasha from the beginning. Why would you?
Because they had that. I thought they couldn't at first because she was in witness protection.
That's what I'm saying. No, your daughter could be in witness protection with you, you and your kids. When did they ever separate a parent and their child going into witness protection? That just they didn't make no sense at all.
Well, you remember she couldn't go at first because of the whole murder trial and drugs and all that, and she was already in the foster program. So they're like, listen, let's just put you in there. I mean, it could have been Tasha didn't want her there at first because she didn't know how dangerous it was at first. With Tommy being upset with her.
With Tommy being upset with her, the safest thing for Yaz is to be in police custody with her parents. I mean, the whole family would be in police and protective custody. So the little daughter, the mother and daughter would definitely be in police custody. If grandma wasn't, the grandma, she could be on her own, but police custody for the rest of them?
Hey, Kev, I tell you what, I like the little back and forth between Method Man and Tyreek. Yeah, I know about you double dipping. You're supposed to give me some of that money back. He said, little nigga, you ain't getting nothing back.
Oh, no, you ain't getting that money. You're right. Method Man is great. His character works. That's the thing. His character works. Sax works to a degree, but he's running out of space for what his character is to do. So he's kind of out of it now. Now they got this Torres to be the voice of doom. Like that cop who was all in the scenes, coming in there, like his whole angle was to try to get the professor. It seemed like he stopped investigating the case. He ever since then he definitely disappeared out of the scope. That cop was gone. He didn't show up to this episode.
Hey, look, you thought he would have been more involved after the Ramirez Bash thing. He just like dropped off there.
Yeah, he just fell off the earth. And then next thing you know, he ain't doing no more investigating. And then when she turns up dead, only now he's looking into it. And he's finding Mary J. Blige. I don't know why they didn't take her in for questioning. Like, she was going in that direction. Why would you even show him the photo? This what you trying to tell me, Zeke? And then Zeke ended up dead. So now,
And Lorenzo looking at Monet like, hey, you're back here with us. Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
exactly.
He just knew she was running off with Rebecca.
Yep.
And look, and the most funniest part was the Gangster Kane. Gangster Kane. When Tyree tell him, nah, you ain't got to do it. We already had another plan. So I don't have to kill my dad? No, you ain't got to kill your dad. Oh. Oh, God, that was so hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, but that was the thing. No, the best part of it is when he told him the best part and the only scene that worked in this entire episode was when he told Kane, man, he was like, you sure you up for this? You ready for this? Man, you know who you talking to. Look, man, I know you ain't ready for this.
Yeah. He said, I killed my father.
I took my days. I had to protect my family. So I had to do what I had to do. Trust me, you don't know nothing. Forget what you thinking about and all that, because you ain't never gonna be the same after this. Like, you can front all you want. That ain't even working with me. Man, you know you talking to, man, look, I know you ain't ready for this. So listen, because this is what you gonna need to know. So I like, that was the best scene in the entire episode. The whole thing is like, they can flush that. They could just flush that. This whole season was flushable.
And Kev, man, the one thing I wish they would have changed in the script, which I knew they weren't going to change, this the last thing they would have changed. I was like, please let that Latino guy kill Drew. So I just can't take it.
No, I knew Drew wasn't going nowhere. They gotta have that angle.
I'm tired of seeing him in Everett.
Well, the thing, he the safest guy on the show. They can't let him go.
Yep.
He didn't got shot the last episode, and then when he got shot, he was and dropped the that still was the funniest scene ever. But
I gotta give it to Kane. No matter how bad his family treats him, he runs back like a little sad dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's Bobby Brown, man. Ain't no Kane. That's what I'm saying. He's the softest killer I've seen ever. He don't look the part. He ain't playing the part. It's just like, my goodness. I've never seen a OG killer type who's got a perfect lining of his beard and mustache and waxed eyebrows. It's like, what are they doing this at? Like, this show, man, I'm like, this ain't it. I'm like, I don't know what people are seeing out here. But this show definitely needs a reboot. And they trying to do it now by wiping out some characters and moving out some storylines, because now they can get away from Zeke. Even though Zeke was my entertainment for watching him say something stupid every week.
Man, you love cracking up. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think you only look forward to Power just to see Zeke.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I wanted to see Zeke because I know something stupid is finna come out of his mouth. Nah, see, that's not even my birthday. I told you, I don't know that man. That's not my father. It's not my father. Nah.
He look like he could be Bubba Gump, son.
Yeah, right, auntie. That's not my father, right? Right, auntie?
Yeah, some nigga named Dante tried to say he my dad. Monet said that ain't true.
Yeah.
I believe Auntie Monet. She said that ain't my dad.
That's not your auntie, Zeke. That's your mother. Zeke, you're not 18. You're 23 years old. Oh, my God. That means I violated NCAA regulations. That means...
He could care less about who's his mom and dad. He worried about basketball.
That's the first thing come to his mind when somebody told him that. Right, how you gonna tell a 6-year-old ain't 2? I was just really big for my age. And they told me I was really big for my age.
Yep.
I'm like, was the people around gonna say, girl, he two. Girl, that boy ain't no 2 years old. Cut that out. Now I'm like, why wouldn't they make it like, okay, Zeke, you really like 2 years? I mean, why would they make the gap
Hold on,
23
hold
from
on, Kev,
18?
hold on 1 second, Kev, hold on. And I'm back, Kev.
Hey,
Okay,
oh
so
man,
now we gotta wait, what, a whole year? They won't come back out until what, towards the end of the year or what?
I don't have to wait for nothing. It's just gonna come when it comes because I'm gonna be entertained with the real shows like Power of Force. Now that's how you do it.
Oh, Kev, you actually like that crap?
What? Like that crap? That's the
I told
best.
you.
That is the best show that they have had, and I don't know how long, John. That's how you open. That's power. That is how you open a show. I was
Oh my
like,
god.
this is how you do it.
Oh my
Character
goodness.
development, introduction to characters, the set scenes, everything was perfect. I said, this is how it's supposed to be done. I don't
I was,
know what you talking about.
I already wasn't feeling it, and then when you showed them nasty lesbians, I was done. I like
You
that.
already wasn't feeling it. I don't know what you wasn't feeling about the show at all. That show was great.
The best part when I cracked up when he found out he had a black brother.
Yeah, I'm like, man, it was hilarious, but the whole episode was genius. I said, man, this is great. Now this is where writing is coming in at. This is where
Genius.
introduction of characters is coming in at. This is where people are doing it the right way. And I said, this is how it's done. If Power Book 2 could take notes from Force, then they would understand the difference. Now I see what 50 Cent was saying, like, man, this is going to be the best show of all of them.
Cam, I don't understand how in the world Tommy can just roll up in Chicago dolo by himself and just think he gonna take over and just build this big crew, go against the Flynn's, go against the Black Disciples, go against the Bloods and Crips. Like he just gonna come there and just take over Chicago, one man.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm just going off the episode. And from the episode, when he ran into the Flynn's and how he did it, that's basically normally how that would work, what the situation is. But it's funny, they think he from Boston because he white.
Yeah, tell him you and Larry Bird can go back home.
Yeah.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird, you and forget Tom Brady too. Oh man. So
I said, man, did they shoot this before he got traded to Tampa?
no. I think he was already in Tampa, but yeah, he played his whole career basically in New England.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
they would know that. He played like 20 years there.
Yeah, I said they just gotta Tommy always gotta sleep with black women. I said, here he go sleep on this black lady.
Well, that's Tom. I mean, Sean, you got to remember, he never did on the show. He always liked redheads. Tommy liked redheads. He always dated girls with red hair.
Yeah, after he got
And then-
a taste of Lala's Honey Nut Cheerios, he
Right.
stayed black.
Then he started dating black women now. So, and that's only
And I
because,
don't see what the black woman see in Tommy.
well, in real life, he's dating a black woman. I don't know if they married yet, but yeah, in real life, he's dating a black woman. He's from Chicago. He's from out here. So the fact that the show is here, he's right at home. So this is more like him than the actual Tommy character. So they bringing a lot of his life into the Tommy character now.
Yeah. Kev, now I don't understand where are they going at with this whole black guy, the CBI leader that was in jail and now he's out and his brother bought him a barbershop. Now that's just confusing to me. I'm like,
It's not confusing. This is called character development. You're seeing a character who's driven by something else. As you can see, he's emulating a lot of qualities that Ghost has. Ghost didn't come out of jail to get it, but Ghost had other visions than I'm just gonna be a drug dealer my whole life. He wanted to try to actually do something different. and he got a partner who's just like Tommy, who ain't with it, and that's the guy who was at the drop with Tommy when Tommy saved him, and that whole warehouse when his gun jammed and everything. But he's more in line with the thought patterns of Ghost, where he thinks before he acts, where his buddy just reacts. And like he said, he's not with all this killing and all this. He wants to actually have a legitimate business and go down this road and practice, but he's actually smart. But he's been gone off the streets for 15 years. So he's adjusting to the world now, being back and being gone 15 years. But as he's learning, the more things have changed, he's still staying the same. His buddy's thought patterns are still the same. He's noticing that. He's noticing how people react. And he's thinking about it. Like, this guy just came out of nowhere, like Casper the Ghost. All right, let's find Casper the Ghost. He wants to find out who this guy is. So it's a lot of intrigue with him. That's what I'm saying. They've written this perfectly. And that's why.
If this is what character building is, then I hate character building. I don't want people to be developed.
They're not. That's the thing. These characters are developed. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like this whole
Power Book 2, I'm like, there's no character developed at all. The girl that be in the classroom, that the one that everybody started to like, the one that the ratchet chick that be wearing all the tight clothes.
Yeah, light skinned Keisha.
Yeah, she just started going off and all that. She has no role on the show no more. It's like she just was at the dinner. Next thing you know, she's gone. There's so much ridiculousness that's happening on this show that meant nothing. I mean, you saw Braden do a robbery with no mask at a jewelry store. They got security footage of this. He would have been gone for that. He would have been facing all kind of jail time. And then what's the Effie dynamic? I mean, at least they with the Effie character, who we don't know nothing about. Now we got some type of, okay, she kind of, they're in a relationship kind of. She's not at his school, and they kind of like, he trusts her fully. What's going to happen when Kane exposes next season, when he tells her, oh, remember your other girl? Yeah, she took her out. That's going to come up, so that dynamic is there for season 3. So they're shooting that now, so we'll see. We'll see how that plays out, but I'm all in on Force.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hold on, Kev. Hold on. Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said they started filming already?
Yeah. They're filming Power Book 3 right now.
Okay. Hey, they should
not Book 3. Not Book 3. I mean Book 2, Season 3. They filming that.
Yeah, what about Kane? Are they filming that now?
Kane Season 2, I think it's already filmed. I think they completed filming on that already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Season 2, that was already greenlit, so they've already I think they're either finishing or have finished right now of Season 2 of Raising Kane.
And Kev, the only other spinoff they got right now is just the Tommy and Goose's kids, and then the one on Tate, right? That's it.
Well, Tommy and Ghost's kids is gonna come into Raising Kane.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, it's not its own spinoff.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's gonna be introduced in the Raising Kane.
Oh, okay. So the only spinoff they got left is the Tate.
Yeah, if Tate spins off and gets his own show, but
I thought he was.
Well, they said that, but they haven't done that yet. We're getting there, but it hasn't been announced that they're gonna do that because they changed the plans. Before COVID, then yeah, that was what it was gonna be, like 5 episodes, gonna be like 5, but they left it at 4 because with COVID and production and everything being shut down, it caused so many delays. You know, you don't want to commit to something that you can't get done. and that put a lot of people's jobs at risk. So just
Right.
keep it like this, and they introduce Tate. So when Tate starts running for office, in which he's gonna win, then he can have his own show. But that's what I'm saying. It was like the writing was so ridiculous on this show. It was so
Right.
ridiculous. This season was probably the worst. Season 2 was probably as bad as season 1 of Power Book 2. If I gotta rank all the shows, Power Book 2 is the worst out of all the shows right now. That is clearly the worst.
Right.
It is awful. Nothing is making sense. I mean, characters are just there to be there, and then they wiped out without reason. They waste the chef. I mean, people online are making better storylines for the show.
Right.
I'm like, man, the chef could have been the real guy, and Mecca could have just been the real muscle, and the real guy was the quiet guy all along, who's the chef. He was really the boss. We had it all worked out. We thought we were doing the right for him. We was making it smart. We was taking what was dumb that they had, and it's like, no, maybe they doing this. It's like, no, we're smarter than the show. So that's what it's just like, we're smarter than the show. We're helping it out alone. And it was like, maybe Effie is like the daughter of Mecca. You know, they kind of resemble, you know, maybe that's his daughter and this and that. And we were.
And look, you know what? You know what Courtney would do? Courtney Kemp every week when she do her question and answers, she would answer questions like that. You know what she always say? No, guys, here's another question. Is Effie and Mecca's father and daughter? No. But I like where y'all going at with this. And then they'll ask her something else. Is such and such, such and such? No, but I like that idea. I like that idea. Now I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, look, we know better than the show. And it's
Here's the crazy part. They asked her about her writers. Somebody asked her, like, how long does it take y'all to write and come up with these storylines? Kev, you ain't gonna believe how long she said it took. She said we go over storylines and edit and change almost up to a whole year. It takes us to make a season of writing and changing and going back and editing and changing. I said it took a whole year, and this is what y'all come up with?
Yep, because there's too many cooks in the kitchen. See, the original writers of Power, they're not writing this show.
Right.
So when you have these new writers come in and start taking over, this is what you left with.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I was looking at it, Sean, and I was like, this here just don't sit well with me.
Right.
The whole time I'm saying this just don't sit well with me at all, Sean. Because I'm like, how in the world could you watch Force right after it? I'm like, man, I watched Force. It was like watching Night and Day, Sean. That's how bad that finale was. It was really that bad. It was so uninteresting. And it was like everything had to be done within this episode. So how quickly she just walked back into the Lorenzo's in that area where they at. Lorenzo don't still know who Mecca is, so he's ready to back to work with the Connect. Tariq don't care that the drugs are gone for course correct. He don't even care Diana went and took the drugs.
Yeah, he told Drew, I'm not worried about it. And Drew was like, hey, by the way, and I'm not worried about the money. I'm like, what? You just asked Mecca for $2 million. So how you turn around and say you ain't worried about the money?
Exactly. It just makes no sense. I was like, man, this writing it's just all over the place. All over the place. And it just don't even need to be. I'm like, it was like the first season when they just like, hey, we got to make 300,000, 30,000 in a day. And they just go outside and sell all the drugs in the schoolyard and make all the money in one day. I'm like, what fantasy land does this happen?
Right.
It was just, none of it made sense. I was just like, you know, everybody's like, 50 Cent ain't around. Because he would have stopped this. This would have never got past 50 Cent. When they was like, yeah, so, and then we got the scene where they need to make all this money, so they go outside and they just sell all the drugs real
And not
quick.
just outside at a college campus.
Right, on the college campus, in the front of the college campus, right? And then they just make like all their 30,000, like right at the nick of time, like in the front of the campus. It's like, are you
50
insane?
50 would have just shook his head like, are you kidding me, right? 50 be like, we can't even move that much weight in the hood, and not in no one day.
Exactly. It was like, are you insane? Do you not know how this thing works?
Yeah.
Man, shoot. It's like, we've been writing this show for so long, you should know that don't make sense. Oh my goodness. And then when Force, when they went into the warehouse scene, and he was like, wait a minute. This y'all first time doing a drop? He just showed up in the middle of the drop and basically took it over. And then he was like, all right, well, at least show them the money so they can relax a little bit. Well,
I can bring it all. You're light. You came here light.
You came here light? And he was like, dog, this guy came in here light. You came in light? He was like, who is this? Man, it's some sorry North Side. Man, I'm cracking up. Because I already know where he out from. I was like, all right, I know where this guy's from. By this thing being in Chicago, it's perfect. This is perfect for me. I'm like, oh, this is great. I know exactly what he's talking about with this guy. This is suburban North Side rich kid out here playing around in the streets.
Just like Brady.
Right, basically. But it's like, what are you doing? Like you don't even realize what whoever those two guys he sent in there. Tommy just took them out with ease. Oh, you didn't bring an extra clip? See, look, I still got 4 bullets left in here, see? 1, 2, 3. Tommy was mad, he was great.
And then he gave it back to the white guy and said, here, you got 1 bullet left.
Yep. And the other got his gun jammed. And that's just like, because that's mostly what happened on the south side. They don't know nothing about the guns that they shooting, like taking care of it. Guns be jamming. They using refills, because they don't know how to go in and get bullets. They ain't got no license, so it gets crazy.
Yep. So Cam, I know you heard, man, that same stuff we've been saying about Al Heyman and the fighters and all that. You see, we put out the video with Agent Broner the other day putting Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza on blast.
I was just watching that.